Would you like to tell them what that is?
Yeah, I have to. I will leave the club at the end of the season. I can understand that it's a shock for a lot of people in this moment when you hear it the first time, but obviously I can explain it, or at least try to explain it, and I love absolutely everything about this club. I love everything about the city. I love everything about our supporters. I love the team, love the staff, love everything. That I still take this decision probably will, or shows you that I'm convinced it's the one I have to take. It is that I'm, how can I say, that I'm running out of energy. I have no problem now. Obviously, I think I know it already for longer, that I will have to announce that at one point. But I'm absolutely fine now. But I know that I cannot do the job again and again and again and again. And after all the years we had together, and after all the time we spent together, and after all the things we went through together, the respect grew for you, the love grew for you, and the least thing I owe you is the truth. And that's the truth.
You've obviously offered a lot of detail in that first answer, but I'm sure you appreciate how big this news is for our supporters, so we'll drill down into some of the topics and the reasons behind your decision. I think the first thing fans will want to know is something happened? Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm healthy, so as much as you can in my age. Little bips and bobs, stuff like that, but nothing anybody has to be concerned about. So that's absolutely fine. It's I told the club already in November. It is that I have to explain a little bit that maybe the job I do, it's people see from the outside, I'm on the touchline, training sessions, stuff like this, but obviously the majority of all the things happen around these kind of things. That means a season starts and you plan pretty much the next season already. And when we sat there together talking about potential signings, the next summer camp, and can we go wherever, I just realized I'm not. The thought came up, I'm not sure I'm then here anymore. And I was surprised by myself about that. And then I started obviously thinking about it. And it started, no, it didn't start, but of course last season it was kind of a super difficult season. And there were moments when in other clubs probably the decision would have been, yeah, come on, thank you very much for everything, but probably we should split here or finish it and end it here. That didn't happen here, obviously. And for me, it was super, super, super important that I can help to bring this team back on the rails. That was all I was thinking about. And when I realized pretty early, okay, that happened. It's a really good team with massive potential, super age group, super characters, all that. And I could start thinking about myself again, and that was the outcome. And it's not what I want to. It's just what I think is 100% right. And yeah, that's it.
Is there a reason you're making this decision now, particularly given the stage of the season we're at?
Oh, in an ideal world, of course. In an ideal world, I wouldn't have said anything to nobody, and until the end of the season, win everything, and then say, oh, goodbye. It's not possible. It's not possible in the world we are living in. It's not possible to keep things like this secret. It's maybe a surprise that we could keep it until now. But there are so many things which are influenced by it, and especially personal situations. So people from my staff need to know early, and especially the club needs to know early and needs to plan. And you cannot plan anything. You cannot really start. You can do a lot of stuff with knowing it, but not making it public. But decisive things, a lot of things you cannot do, and that means the club needs time over the years. My role, obviously, was a pretty dominant one. It was not intentionally, but it happened. And a lot of moments when I wish that I don't have to do that again. It's the third time that I have to do something like that, and I really don't want that. But in the end, I have to, because one thing I'm really convinced of: if you have to make a decision like that, it's better you do it slightly early than slightly too late. Because too late would have been the worst thing happen. I don't know, next season, September, I realized, oh my God, that's it. I cannot do it anymore. And then we are in the middle of a season, everything. So this club, everything we built in the last years, is a wonderful platform, a wonderful basis for the future. And that the only thing what could disturb that now is pretty much that you cannot make the right decisions because you are running out of time. And that was very important to me, that I really inform everybody as early as somehow possible.
You said disturbance there. Are you at all concerned this news could have a negative impact on the remainder of the season?
I understand the question 100%. That's up to us, I would say. I had a similar situation at Dortmund. The circumstances are completely different, but it's a similar situation. I cannot deny that. It's up to us. So after this announcement, we will have probably a press conference or stuff like that. After that, I'm 100% in the season. We can go through. I think we have, in ILWL, we have kind of 30 games coming up or something like that. That's in other countries a full season. So there are so many things out to play for. And there might be some ideas from the outside to disturb what we are doing, but it's all about us. The way we grew together in the last few years is absolutely exceptional, And I always said it, and especially now it's still true. Nothing has to happen because of me. So nobody has to make the games now about me. Please don't. If I can ask for that, it would be really nice. And we just support each other, and I'm fully here. I don't think anybody realized any difference in the last few months. If there may be a positive change, because I have to say, when I made the decision, as hard as it is, this was a relief as well. It was like, okay, there will be a finishing line, and not for not being here anymore. If I could stay here and in that role, I would be over the moon. I just can't, and that's it. I really want to perform on the highest level, and we get only disturbed if we let it happen as a club. And I really hope that it will not happen with the team. I'm sure that they will be fine with the crowd. I'm sure it will be fine, but the world out there is bigger, and the social media world and all these kind of things. But I think it's worth that we really do what we always did. We live in a moment. We push each other as much as we can, and we go for absolutely everything. And the rest is next season. That there's no difference really for that season, to be 100% honest. Everything what happened in the last few years, it was always my name, but it obviously plenty of people are working on everything, and they're still working on that and still doing that. My role will change. A lot of other things will stay the same, and so the club is in good hands, and the future is bright, and even brighter when I don't have to do it anymore with not exactly the same energy level as before. If you look at my career, this career is actually not possible, I would say, because where I'm coming from, ending up as the manager of Liverpool FC is a fairy tale and a very difficult thing to plan. I would say impossible to plan and difficult to reach. But it's only possible if you are very busy and 100,000% committed to everything you do, when you dedicate your whole life to it. That's what I did. And I came here and I said it on the first day, as a normal guy, I am still a normal guy. I just don't live a normal life for too long now, and I don't want to wait until I'm too old for having a normal life. And I need at least to give it a try at one point to see how it is. Will I miss it? Well, I said I never had this really before, so I need to give it a try, and it's the right moment for me, and I think it's the right moment as well for the club, because I can't do the job from next year on anymore as I did it before, and then I'm not the right one anymore.
What was the reaction of the club's ownership when you informed them?
Yeah, they didn't smash a party. So we have obviously we developed a really good relationship over the years, but I explained it, and they know me now for so long that they know I don't say these kind of things and leave a little bit of door open. Come on, try to convince me. These kind of things. I said we know each other for so long, and that was clear, and they accepted. They just accepted it, and well, nobody was really happy. The few people I told it so far, I had to tell it, were not really happy. I'm not happy with it. I just know it's right. I think what are the alternative scenarios? What are they? Yeah. Usually you get, as a manager, you get a sack. So then you have a bad spell before 5, 6, 7 weeks, and everybody is relieved when you part ways. The other thing is you get. I'm not sure what's the other one. You get ill, and you have to stop. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I have to do it like that. I don't know. I don't like that we have to make that fuss of myself. I don't consider myself as that important, but I know that the outside world sees that's slightly different, and that's why we do that. Doing a press conference, doing an official announcement is a rare thing to do in that situation. We just want to make sure that everybody who is with us gets informed in the best possible way. But after this, I'm completely in the Norwich game. I'm completely in the Chelsea game, in the Arsenal game, whatever game coming up, I'm completely in that. There's no need for any farewell parties now. There's a long season to go. I want to be 100% in it, and I am. Nobody has to worry about my mindset. I just hope that it would be really cool if you just could accept my decision as a difficult one, but the right one. That's it, because as much as I love everything and still think it's the right one, that could show you it is probably the right one.
From your perspective, after the announcement is made, it is in this building, it's just business as usual?
Yeah, definitely. Business as usual, with a few sad faces for a few days, but it's always changes. In a good moment to change is obviously something what doesn't happen too often, but if it happens, it's still a chance. So nobody knows what the future will bring, but the basis is so good, this team is so good. If you would have asked me 10 years ago, taking over this year, or my younger version taking over this team, I would run through a brick wall to do that. Unfortunately, I do this job since 24 years, and at one time I need to have a look how life is actually. So because I don't know, I just don't know, and that's what I need to figure out before it's too late for me, if you want. And I have to try that. I have to try that now, and I know I don't know exactly when, but I signed a new contract not too long ago, and I was over the moon when I did it, and it was exactly what I felt in that moment. The one thing I didn't know and I underestimated was the fact that my energy source is not endless, because I never had that issue. And when I realized that, then I had to tell people that's what I owe you all. I tried to describe it already. I had to explain it to Ulla clearly, and I tried to explain it with, I am like a proper sports car not the best one, but a pretty good one, can still drive 160, 170, 180 miles per hour, but I'm the only one who sees the tank needle is going down. The outside world doesn't see that, that's good. So you go as long as you have to go, but then you need a break. In this case, you need to go to the petrol station. And that's exactly what I know I have to do, but nobody has to worry until the end of the season. I know that I will be fine until then.
When you signed that last contract in 2022, there was a lot of talk about Ula and her influence in making that happen. What's her reaction to this news?
I had to explain it. Of course, I had to. So it was not like, oh, thank God, it was a misunderstanding, not at all. So she asked me why, and I explained it like I explained it now to you, with a few more maybe private details. But besides that, it was pretty similar. And obviously, Ulla wants me to do well, and if I and be fine. And when she realized that it's obviously really that I'm really clear about that, and she knows I don't take these kind of things lightly. Yeah, she is happy for me that I'm happy with the decision, because that's the truth. And when people tell me now how all the different things we do in the moment and what's going well with the team and stuff like this, I enjoy it like crazy. But I enjoy it as well because I know I have to do it forever. I need to find a different purpose as well. I need to have a look for it. If you ask me, will you ever work as a manager again? I would say now, no. But I don't know, obviously, how that will feel, because I never had the situation. What I know definitely, I will never ever manage a different club in England than Liverpool, 100%. That's not possible. My love for this club, my respect for the people is so big, I couldn't for a second think about it. There's no chance. This is part of my life, we are part of family, we feel home here. There's no chance to do that. But all the rest, will I ever work again? Of course, I know myself, I cannot sit just around, but I will find something else maybe to do, but I will not manage a club or a country at least for a year. So that's not possible. I cannot do that, and I don't want to. And that's all. It's such a strange situation because I have to explain that I don't have energy anymore, but I'm now sitting here and I have energy and I'm buzzing for everything what's happening here. But because of the relationship we have, I have to think about this because nobody will sack me. I have to make this decision by myself. And in the moment, the responsibility I have for everything here tells me I am not the right one for the future. So I have to tell. And as much as I wish I would be, and that's what I do here. So actually, it's completely strange. I'm looking forward to the Norwich game. I do. I'm really looking forward to the Norwich game, to play it, home game. Then we play Chelsea at home. At one point, the new stand will be completely full. So many wonderful things happen in the time since I'm here. So it's just amazing, and I love all that. But I will follow that. I will be part of it. I will support it, but not in the main chair anymore from a specific point on.
I just want to come back to your love for the city of Liverpool. You said something recently, and I think our supporters would quite like to hear what you said. It was about what getting the freedom of the city meant to you. So
we have enough time. We have enough time to talk about everything, and there will be after the season, whenever you want me here. I've contract until end of June. So and we can talk about absolutely everything. So for me, the situation is today is an announcement day. If you want, we have to say what we have to say. All the rest will come. We will have time for it, and these kind of things. That I not only feel home, that I am home here is 100% clear. That I will love this club forever, will be grateful forever is 100% clear. That getting the key of the city is one of the most special moments of my whole entire life. That I never expected something like this to happen makes it even more special because I didn't even know that you have something like that. When I got it, when I heard the speeches, when I saw the ceremony and all these kind of things, it was so special. It was incredible, and made me an honourable Liverpoolian, or Scouser, however you want to see it. And I couldn't be more proud on that. But there are so many things, and that's not the moment to talk about the fantastic time we had, because this wonderful book we wrote together since we are here together. I would love to put a few more chapters into it. That's all I want, because I have to talk to so many things. I know that there are kids out there, when they run in my car after games, they want to have signings and autographs and stuff like this. They never experienced a different manager since they are born. Only recently we met Dara, our friend. I probably have to explain it to him as well, and I will, it's no problem. So I really will try to do all these things. But in this moment, that's it. And from here we go. People might, so I told why, but people might not believe it. Okay, if I have a health issue, then everyone said, okay, he's not healthy, so well, that's normal. All the rest, there will be a lot of discussions around. So I can tell the owners tried everything, absolutely everything. There's no issue. Nobody has to discuss that. There's nothing with FSG. If I loved so many things about what we did in the past. So we built 2 new stands, we built a new training ground. We had always wonderful football teams. Did it always go exactly my way? I'm not sure. I don't even remember it anymore, because it was all about discussing hard, talking about it, what is possible, what is not possible. And from the moment on when the decisions were made, we had the best possible football team. People will say, if he would have got more backing from the owners, then this and that would have happened. To really think with one more player, a different player, we would have had a point more than when we reached 97 points. I don't know how that goes. Players are not that influential. Scoring the right moment, it was about 11 millimeter here or 50 millimeter there. So that's life. We had so many good things. If you want to remember them, remember them. I will, forever. I will cherish that 100%. But this is the moment where we have to, okay, now everybody knows, now the club can plan, now everything can be sorted, organized, and we can keep playing the football we are playing. That's actually the idea. Because there are, in our situation, not a lot of different scenarios. I could go in the next season and start it with like, oh my God, again? Stuff like this, and that's not me. My coaching, my managing style is based on energy. I usually have enough to give it to a lot of people. And if that's not there, I'm not the same. If I'm not the same, I cannot do it. And that's what I have to accept. And I hope you can accept it as well. And there we go. That's the plan.
Is that your message to supporters then?
My message to supporters, I really would like you to accept the decision. That would be nice. And then, if I can ask for one more thing, after telling you, don't sing my song too early, after telling you, be loud in the stadium, stuff like that, I could ask you for one more thing. It would be, don't make these games about me, because there's no need for it. We always knew, and the only thing I always wanted is the full support for the team. It's not for me. I know about our relationship. I don't need any kind of proof. We will have a moment, maybe last match day here or somewhere else. I mean, in other countries or other competitions. There's enough time to do these kind of things. Let's now really go for it. The outside world want to use this decision, laugh about it, blah, 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 want to disturb us. We are Liverpool. We went through harder things together, and you went through harder things before me. And let's make a strength of it. That would be really cool. Let's squeeze everything out of this season and have another thing to smile about when we look back in the future. Thank you.